Now the downswing is of course still a combination of these three key moves. However, the sequencing is even more important. The first thing to notice would be, on our way down towards impact, the very last element would be the release of the wrist angles. This is going to happen at the last moment to create the club head speed at impact, which is where we want it, and it's also going to help the strike. That means that the majority of the downswing is going to be a combination of the other two, the arms lowering and the shoulders turning. However, from the top of the swing, if we were to go straight down towards the ball, this would be a very steep downswing. We would prefer this swing to be on a slightly flatter or shallower angle, which would match the angle of the club shaft at impact. If we come down from the top, we would actually be very steep. So this means that from the top, what we would like is a little more lowering of the arms than turning of the shoulders to begin this move. If we turn the shoulders with no lowering of the arms, you can actually see the swing get steeper. If we lower the arms without turning the shoulders, the swing gets slightly shallower. So it's still a blend. However, to begin the downswing, we want the arm drop to be slightly more than the turn. If we were to only drop the arms, you would see the club very much inside that line, but by adding a little bit of shoulder turn, the club is brought out onto the neutral line. So the downswing starts with some lowering of the arms and a little turning of the shoulders, and we can end up with our club shaft back to a neutral position. And if you look at this from face on, you can get the left hand all the way back to the ball without having unhinged that right wrist at all. So again, the downswing is going to be a lowering of the arms, adding a little shoulder turn, and then at the last moment, the shoulder turn continues towards the target, but we unhinge the wrists, and that's how we strike the ball. Now, to work on this complete swing, it's much easier to do it in stages first, and then move into a more flowing blended movement. So, take our setup, keep the neutral stick, and use that as the checkpoint. The takeaway is started with turning the shoulders and a little lift of the arms, so we put our club shaft on top of the stick, and the checkpoint is that the face is still pointing down. From here, we're going to continue the turn and the lift, but we're going to add the hinge of the right wrist, which continues the club on its inward journey. So it's a turn and a lift, and as we pass this halfway point, add the wrist hinge. The downswing is going to be lower the arms, followed by turn the shoulders, and then from here, unhinge the wrist. Second would be blend the lowering of the arms and the turning of the shoulders. So instead of two straight lines, we end up with one curved line. So down and out. From here, unhinge the wrists.